Hey guys, so the chat going on in the topic going on in my chat group is about reincarnation and those who have passed coming back to us as they were. So basically I'll give you a quick rundown. So when you incarnate, okay, you come for a particular purpose, okay, that could be to be a Hollywood star, it could be to be a politician, it could be to be a doctor, it could simply to be a parent, or just to be in the right place at the right time to help a duck cross the road. Okay, your whole life is just for that one purpose. And you learn things along the way, you have your experience with certain people, your family and friends and colleagues, and everything happens for a reason. Okay, so when someone passes, they have finished their reason for being here in this physical life. It's time for them to move on. Now, a lot of people that have been passing in the last 10 years or so are assisting in cleansing the 3D timeline. Now remember, you cannot bring in the 5D timeline while there is still a lot of 3D, okay, because then it will always be 4D, the transition phase. So you have to cleanse the 3D, whether that means people moving up to 4D or people passing away, okay, in order for the 5D to come in. You can't have the 5D when there's 3D, okay? There has to be minimum 4D. So the 3D has to either move on or upgrade themselves to 4D, okay? Then the 5D can come in. And we're in this phase at the moment, the transition phase. That transition phase could take 5 years, it could take 50 years, it could take 150 years, it could take 1,000 years, okay? Whatever, however long it takes, okay, it makes no difference. A pole shift helps. I hate to say it, but the reduction in population helps, okay, to move along, because obviously the less people, the faster they're going to upgrade, or they'll go the other way and go backwards. Okay, so the 3D is cleansing itself. So those who were 3D, and that's the majority of people who have passed, majority, not all, majority. The rest of them are mostly 4D. Okay, so the large majority of people that have passed in the last 10 years are 3D. They will not reincarnate into 4 or 5D, okay, because they're not ready for it. You can't go from primary school to university. You have to go through high school, okay? So you're not going to go from 3D into 5D, okay? You're not going to pass from 3D and then reincarnate into 5D, all right? You have to go through the process. You have to go through the 3D, upgrade yourself to the 4D, and do all of that, and then you go to the 5D. You don't skip the levels, okay? You don't, unless you are specifically a higher dimensional, more advanced soul that has incarnated into a 3D environment on purpose, like many of the humanitarian pardon me, many of the true humanitarians. Can't even talk, okay? Most of them are higher dimensional spirits incarnating into the 3D environments to bring about change within a population. Okay, so back to reincarnation. Okay, so the people that have passed in the last 10 years mostly are 3D, mostly. Okay, if they are to reincarnate, which they won't, into a 5D environment, if they are to reincarnate, they will not reincarnate back to you. Not as they were. They won't look the same, they won't act the same, they won't talk the same, they probably won't even be the same gender. Okay, they won't be the same person. Why? Because their experience has been completed. There is no need to repeat that experience with the same people in the same situation. It's completed. They move on. So this whole thing about reincarnation and all of this into your family again is not going to happen, okay? They won't reincarnate as they were. You might meet them in a shop and recognize them on a soul level. Say, oh, I know you, but I don't know where I know you from. Okay, you're not going to say, oh, you're my father. You're my loved one, you're my sister, you're my brother, you're my cousin, you're my husband, you're my wife, you're my child. That's not going to happen, okay? You will meet them as they are a different person, even a different animal, okay? And you will recognize their soul as knowing them, okay? But you don't know how you know them, all right? No one's going to reincarnate back into your family or back into your life as they were. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't, okay? And the people have really impossible expectations because Jesus was resurrected after 3 days. And people say, well, he did it. I've heard it all before. He did it. No, he didn't. Sorry, religious, Jesus-loving people. No, he didn't. So if you know the story, the real story, then you know he didn't. Okay, so we need to, these unrealistic expectations being given by certain people and people in general, that your family, once we're in 5D, they will reincarnate into your life. No, they won't. Okay, they have just changed frequencies. Okay, so spirit never dies. The body disappears, but the spirit always remains. It's like tuning a radio or a TV station. You got to find the right frequency in order to connect with them, and you can do that right now. You don't have to wait until you're in 5D. Do that now. Okay, meditation, mediumship, it's all there available for you now to connect with them. They're always there. They're never gone. Okay, they've just changed form. All right, so please don't expect that when you go into 5D that you're going to meet your loved ones there and you'll be walking around with them again as you were before. It is just not true. Okay, it's just not true. They're there, but they've just changed form. They no longer have that physical, and if they do reincarnate, again, they will not reincarnate for the same reasons or the same experience. They won't reincarnate back into your family. They won't be as they were. They'll be completely different, and you'll only recognize them on a soul level. Why? Because their mission is complete. They completed their experience. There is no reason to repeat. Okay? There's no reason to repeat that same experience. They might have similar experiences, but they will be with different people in different situations. They will not be returning to you as they were. All right, I hope that clears things up, and I wish people would stop spreading this because it's just not true. All right, thanks everyone. Take care. Bye for now.